What's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Jess Nicole here. If you are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And in today's video, we are going to be doing stretches that are specifically going to get us closer or more into your front splits. Now this stretch routine is very beginner friendly, so if you do not have your splits, then this is a great routine for you to start. And if you have your splits and you just want to get a little bit deeper into them, this is another great routine for you as well. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have my front split, but it definitely could be better. So we're all going to work into that together today. And I want to go ahead and apologize for my microphone. And I know it looks a little dingy and weird right here, but that's just my microphone so you guys can hear me clearly and so that we can go through this together. So with all that being said, all you will need to complete this workout is a yoga mat and a great attitude. So go ahead and grab your yoga mat and let's get started. All right guys, so first and foremost, we are going to start with a wide leg fold. So let's go ahead and take a wide stance here. And we're going to bring our torso down towards the ground. And it's important here that you want to keep your back flat. So notice my back is flat and I'm extending through my hips, pushing my butt outwards, pushing my heels towards the ground, and really feeling that stretch back here in those hamstrings, back here in the glutes. Yeah, this was good. This is a great hip opener. I'm sure if you guys have seen my videos, then you know I love to start off with this stretch. So we're just gonna sit here for a few moments. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, come up onto your fingertips, and breathe out, fold a little bit deeper. Nice, love that. We're gonna do that one more time. Breathe in, straighten up your spine. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. All right, now coming out of that, we're gonna stay in our wide leg forward fold, except now we're gonna take a twist here. So you're gonna take your right hand, bring it to your left ankle, and bring your left arm upwards. This is getting us a little bit deeper into that hamstring. I know I can feel it in my left hamstring, but this is also giving us a nice spinal twist here. So we're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. Keep breathing. One more deep breath in and breathe out. Nice. All right, now we're gonna take the same stretch, but we're gonna take it to the other side. So let's take our left hand, bring it to our right ankle, bring our right hand upwards. Feel that nice stretch in our hamstring. Great for the spine as well. Be sure to keep breathing here, guys. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds also. This is just a nice warm up that's gonna get us deeper into our hips, because these next stretches we're about to do is going to hurt. Give it one more deep breath in this position. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, guys. Now we are gonna bring it onto our mats. We're gonna go into a pike position. So let's go ahead and take a seat on our butt. Whew. And with this, we're gonna sit on our butt with our legs extended in front of us. You wanna try to keep your feet pointed. And what's really important here is to straighten out the spine first, right? So we wanna go, make sure your spine is straight, and when we fold forward, make sure you're folding through your hips, not your spine. I don't want to see this. You know, you don't want to do that. That's not going to be very effective in what you're trying to stretch. So instead, keep your spine straight, fold through the hips. Good. Of course, some people will be able to go deeper than others. You know, take your own limits here. Do what feels good to your body. Nothing should feel painful. You will always definitely feel some discomfort with stretching. That's inevitable. you know, you're pushing your body past where it typically goes. So you're always gonna feel a little bit of discomfort, you know, a little bit of a challenge, but if you ever feel a ringing, sharp pain, back out, just back out. So let's come back up, reach for the sky, and fold forward. Fold a little bit deeper this time, guys. I'm gonna bring my head into my knees. Bring your face as close to your knees as you can. This is just increasing the stretch on the hamstrings. We're going to take one more deep inhale and exhale in this position, and we are going to switch it up a little bit. So let's breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Perfect. You guys should definitely have felt yourself get a little bit closer in this stretch than when you first started it. Now we're going to slowly come out of that. Let the head roll up last. Feels great, right? All right, now we're gonna get into our split stretches. Now these are a little bit more intense, so I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. So we're gonna start with our right leg first. So coming out of that pike position, we are gonna go into a low lunge to triangle. So first we're gonna start on our right side. So we're gonna start with our right leg in front of us in a low lunge, like so, right? And then we're gonna do a transition. So we're gonna go from low lunge to triangle. And we're just gonna floss through this. Low lunge and back up. So we're not holding a position for too long here. We're really just flossing through that hip joint, flossing through the movement, really waking up our hips here. So again, let's come back down and up. We're gonna do this for a minute in total. So let's come back up. We got a few more reps in us. Back down and back up. Make sure you're breathing here, guys. Sometimes we get so lost in what we're doing with our bodies that we forget to keep breathing. So let's push back up. And we're gonna come back down. Last one. Up into a triangle. Feel that really good hamstring stretch throughout here, yeah? And back into our low lunge. Lovely. All right, guys, so next we're gonna be doing a low lunge to a knee drop. So we're gonna stay in this position here. We're gonna wiggle our feet a little bit off of the mat, more towards the side of the mat, I should say. And we're gonna take our hands down onto the mat. So the movement here is gonna be knee up, and knee down, knee up, and knee down. So as you can see, I have my toes tucked, and I'm just lifting that knee up, bringing it back down. So every time we lift it up, we're putting a little bit more stretch on that hip flexor. And back up, and back down. Good. And back up, and back down. I know this is feeling a little uncomfortable. You guys are probably feeling that tension in your left hip flexor. I know I am. Just work through it, guys. Back up, and back down. All right, that's gonna be our last knee drop there. I kinda gotta push out of it. I'm feeling it a little too much, but it's good to keep the tension where it is, keeping that muscle stretching. Next, we are gonna move into low lunge circles. So we're still gonna be in the same position, low lunge right here, right? Hands on the mat, except you're gonna lift up and we're gonna just circle. Just kind of circle your body. Move it in one circle this way. Good. And we're gonna do it the other way. So go the opposite way that you were just circling. This is, whew, gotta take a break, guys. But the idea is to keep up and keep going, because this is a really good stretch to opening up those hips and getting you ready to do a split. So if you can't necessarily circle the whole time, then just push back and forth. So, you know, you just want to be moving in this movement. Whew. All right, moving out of those lunge circles. Now we're gonna go back into a low lunge, except this time we're gonna have our arms up. So this one is gonna be difficult, guys. Go ahead and push forward into your low lunge. Take your arms up, Charlie's Angel style, and we're gonna hold here. Make sure you're still breathing here. If you gotta push out of it a little bit and then come back into it, that's fine. You never wanna push your body to the point to where it's hurting. So if you're feeling a little too much tension, by all means, release it for a second and just come back into it. Don't ever feel bad if you have to release a stretch too early. It just means that your body is not acclimated to that position yet, which it comes with time. Now we're gonna come out of that. Whew, I'm feeling that on my left side. What about you guys? Good, okay. Next, we're still on our right side. Go back into your low lunge here. Except this time, we're gonna do a quad stretch. So you're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna reach for your left foot back here. Whew. Now this stretch may be a little bit challenging for some people. It's definitely not my favorite, especially to hold it, but it's a very good stretch. Not just for your splits, but for your overall body. This is really stretching out the quads, and it's really stretching out those hips. Remember to always keep breathing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, all right, guys. Now we're gonna push out of that. And, whew, fell a little bit. We're gonna push out of that. We're just gonna go into a hamstring stretch. So we're gonna give that left hip flexor a little bit of a break. And instead, we're gonna take our right leg. We're still on our right side. And bring your heel to the floor like so. And the goal here is to really just keep your legs straight as you can. And you wanna try to fold your body as close to your leg as you can. That's gonna increase the stretch on your hamstring. With each breath, get a little bit deeper into your stretch. So we're gonna take a deep breath in. When you exhale, you wanna fold a little bit closer to your legs. Lovely. And from here, I honestly like to wiggle my foot a little bit just so I can get to each head of that hamstring muscle. Make sure it's all getting stretched out. So I just like to floss through my joint right here. And this feels like a really great stretch after doing all of those intense hip flexor stretches we just did. So now we're gonna come out of this and we're gonna go into pigeon pose. So what you're gonna do is take your right shin right here, and the goal is to have it parallel with the front of your mat. Now, if it's parallel with the front of your mat, some people cannot come all the way down. So if it's too hard for you, take that right foot and bring it in a little bit more. I know I'm going to. So this doesn't necessarily have to be straight. Your foot can be, or your leg can be at an angle, you know. The main thing here is you want to always keep your hips square. So with the pigeon pose, your hips tend to want to sink down into one side, and so it's just really important to keep your hips square, keep your body upright, because that's going to give you the most benefit out of this stretch. So we're going to hold this, and if it feels good to you, you can maybe come down onto your elbows in this stretch, maybe even all the way down onto your chest. Whatever feels right to your body. Pigeon pose is one of those stretches that I could sit in all day. It just feels so right to my muscles and my joints. But we do not have all day. So let's go ahead and come back up onto our hands if you are not already. Whew. And from here, we're actually gonna take a quad stretch here as well. So you're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna pull your left foot. This is a bit of a cross stretch, so I know some people, it might be easier to just take your right hand and grab your right foot. Definitely feeling a great quad stretch here. This is all the stretches that are going to get us so much deeper and so much closer to our splits. All right, now let's slowly bring that foot down. And we are going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm actually going to flip the way that I'm sitting so that you guys could probably see me a little better. Alrighty, so remember we're doing the exact same thing on our left side. So we're starting with that low lunge to triangle. So let's go ahead and get into that low lunge. And from here, remember we tuck our toes, extend up into triangle. Good, and back down. And back up. You can definitely feel a difference on this side as compared to the other side. This one feels like it's been sitting the last 10-15 minutes while we've been stretching that side out. So we're gonna go ahead and warm this side up and get it ready for a split. Back to low lunge and back to triangle. And one more time, low lunge and back to triangle. Feel that really awesome stretch in that hamstring there. Gotta love it. All right, now we're going into our low lunge to knee drop. My hair is just all over the place. So back into our low lunge, and remember, we're gonna keep our hands on the mat. Your hands are gonna be inside your left foot, and from here, tuck your back toe in, lift up, and back down. Good. Lift up, and back down. Up, back down. Up, and back down. All right, let's do two more. Back up and back down. Whew, last one. Up and back down. Beautiful. Okay, And from here, we are gonna go into our low lunge circles. So remember, we're coming onto our hands, we're lifting up, and we're just gonna circle here. Maybe go 3 times one way and 3 times the other way. Maybe bounce, even push back if you're feeling too much tension. Or if you just want to sit here, you can. I definitely encourage circles. That's really opening up those hips. I just know it's not the funnest exercise to do for a whole 60 seconds. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Now we are going to go back into our low lunge with our arms up. So push back. Bring that foot back into the center. Push into your low lunge. Bring your arms up. Charlie's Angel style. Push back. Go back into, oops. Push back, go back into that low lunge, arms up, Charlie's Angel style. We're gonna hold this for about 60 seconds here. Give that right hip flexor that much needed stretch. All right, and coming out of that, let's bring our arms back down. And now we're gonna keep our low lunge, except this time we're gonna go into that quad stretch. So go ahead and bring your left hand to your right foot. Let's give it a nice pull. Whew, my quad is tight. Can definitely feel that in my right quad. If a stretch ever gets too hard for you or you just feel like you can't hold it, I always like to tell people to just go back to your breath. So when something feels really hard, and if you take a really deep breath in and slowly exhale, you'll just feel your body relax a little bit more. So instead of sitting here and feeling tension and pain and discomfort, take a deep breath. And when you exhale, I promise you will feel that much more relaxed. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and come out of this quad stretch and go into our hamstring stretch. Whew, so let's push all the way back onto our right knee with our left heel up on the mat, toes pointed upwards. Remember, try to keep this leg as straight as you can. And we're just gonna try to fold forward with our torso. Again, I like to floss here, so maybe wiggle that ankle so you can get to each head of that hamstring muscle. Make sure it's all getting stretched out, warmed up. Just side to side movements here. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into our pigeon on our left side. So remember guys, we're taking that left shin, and the goal is to have it as parallel as possible with the mat, but if that's not possible, then that's fine. We just wanna keep our hips square. Try to keep the body upright, keep the hips square. Again, if this feels good to you, then maybe you'll come down onto your elbows and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Take your last deep breath here. And let's go ahead and reach for our quad. So we're gonna bring our right foot up and we're gonna reach for it with our left arm. Again, if you want to, you can reach for it with the opposite arm. Well, not the opposite, I guess it would be the same arm. So you're right, if that's easier for you. You can do it this way. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great job, guys. All right, now for the moment of truth. We are gonna go into our splits here. So since we did the right leg first, I'm gonna go ahead and do my right leg split first. Since it's been about 10 to 15 minutes since we stretched it out, I'm just gonna come here in a low lunge, kind of floss through that joint again, before pushing my body into a split. And when we're ready, we can start here. And what you're gonna do is just inch your foot forward. Inch your foot forward until you are into your split or whatever is the closest that you can get. For me, as of now, this is the closest that I can get for my front split on my right side. I definitely have goals to get closer and deeper into my splits, but it all comes with time and practice. And even then, some of you may not be all the way here, but my best advice when trying to get a split is just push yourself into it. Not literally push yourself into the split, but you have to sit in this position, the split position, and one day it's just gonna go. One day your body's just gonna let go and it's just gonna let you come all the way down. And of course it's not gonna be on your first try that you get all the way into your split, but it comes with time. So just be patient with your body. All right, guys. Whew, let's come out of that. Oh, that was good, that was good, that was good. All right, now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but for our left side. So let's start with our right knee, and we're gonna take our left leg extended outwards. Again, we're just gonna floss through that low lunge to hamstring stretch. And when you are ready, push backwards onto your knee and just wiggle that foot as forward as it's gonna go. I will say my split on my left side is definitely not as close on my right side. So that's one thing that I'm working on. This is about as low as I can get on my left side. And I hope that even if you're not all the way down here into your split, you could at least be holding it. So even if you're up here and it hurts and you're doing it and your arms are getting tired, just keep breathing through it and keep pushing through it, and eventually it'll come. But you have to actually practice by getting into a split. Very nice, very nice. Alrighty guys, well that's gonna wrap up our session for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that this video helped you get a little bit closer to your splits, helped you to understand what kind of muscles need to be stretched when doing your splits. I hope that you guys come back to this video when you are wanting to stretch for your splits. I definitely encourage you guys, do this for 30 days, every day for 30 days, and I guarantee you, you will be so much closer into your splits. And if you are, please share that with me. I love when you guys drop your comments and you tell me about your progress. I absolutely love it. Be sure to follow me on my socials at the Jess Nicole, at Jess Right Fitness on Instagram. And otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.